Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
This is like one of those rage rooms where they have a bunch of stuff and you just like smash everything. It's kind of like that.
My favorite part of building cars is disassembly. It's like going to the junkyard is my favorite thing. This is pretty much it.
Chopping away at the new Corvette. I'm chopping away. Okay, so we're gonna take off this inner fender liner. We're gonna leave the mounting flange for the actual outer fender itself. So that's just an idea so far. We might take it all off and make brackets and whatnot, but for now I'm just gonna get rid of this fender liner because it's gonna hit the wheel anyways with an angle kit and whatnot. So yeah, get that out of the way. You're just spray paint your car. Oh. No good way to do this. So just prepping the car for fuel cell and gas tank and swirl pot setup. So we're probably gonna end up cutting a bunch of this stuff away. So I was just getting rid of the seam sealer and making it clean so that we can prep this chassis for paint. And when it is painted, it looks nice. So I still have some more seam sealer to get rid of, some more fiberglass to cut, but I wanna wait until we cut frame rails for the crash structure to cut some more fiberglass. I wanna take the doors off so we can have a freaking doorless Corvette. Yeah, and then we just have more access to work on stuff. I like these doors. I hope he keeps them. They're nice and like rigid and good quality, so that's all I got. Here I cut the transmission tunnel for the Corvette. This is to fit the G-Force GSR front transmission. What I did was I mounted the dummy engine block onto the subframe. On this car we're using stock placement engine mounts. So they're a stock style in the stock location, but they're all solid. It puts the engine in the OEM location and it actually mounts the transmission higher than the old Corvette. So on our other Corvette, we built it a lot different. We put motor plates, a custom rear transmission mount, and that mounted the motor an inch or two lower than stock and an inch or two further back. So now we're going to stock style motor mounts. I realized I had to cut this much material out of the tunnel to actually fit this transmission in. And I had to cut, you can't really see it right now, but there's a big hole on the side here to fit the reverse mount starter and the side of like the bulge of the side of the transmission. And I drew some plans here. What we're gonna start with as a base to our transmission cover-up panel is a 5.5-inch strip, and then it's gonna have 1.75 inch wide flaps on the side that we're gonna bend 90 degrees down and meet up with the chassis. So the 5.5-inch strip is actually gonna sit up 1.75 inches away from this chassis and cover up all of this transmission that you see here. And then the sides are gonna be bent down like that and meet up with the chassis, and we're gonna weld it to the chassis. It's very simple. The hole is gonna be big. This cover panel, it's gonna have a 4-inch wide hole for this shifter, 14-inch long hole, so that the transmission can slide back out of the clutch when we go to do transmission jobs at the track. It has enough room to slide back and out of the car. And that hole is going to get covered up by our aluminum cover panel. The shifter boot is actually going to be riveted too. So that's going to stay with this aluminum cover panel, and it's going to be removable from the car. And I just want everything to look really seamless and simple with the least amount of fasteners. So we're going to just draw this up on the computer, and then we're going to cut it on our water jet out of 16 gauge or 18 gauge mild steel, cold rolled. All right, I got my tunnel cover drawn up in Fusion 360, and now I imported it to this computer, and we're gonna cut it on the water jet. I got some 18 gauge sheet metal loaded up on the table, and here is the little program that we made. Super simple. It's gonna get bent down there, and the rest we're gonna hand build to it. So yeah, let's cut it out. That's cool.
Yeah, it looks good.
Rusty, but we'll get her sandblasted or something like that. Freaking cool is that? From farm to table. So these little slots, well, these are gonna get bent down, and these little slots are gonna be where the actual shifter cover fastens to. It's gonna go down and back, and it's gonna be secured in that little tab. Sicko. Okay, so we cut out our tunnel cover on the water jet. I got it bent up. I TIG welded the edges to finish them off. It's ready to weld to the car. This is my aluminum cover panel for the shifter, where the shifter boot's gonna rivet to, and this will be removable when we need to take the trans out, and we'll have all this room to drop the trans. So what needs to happen with this thing is same treatment as that one. We are going to bend the edges down, and it's gonna sit on top of this plate with a bent edge, and you won't see any fasteners. It'll fasten from the side. Let's get to it.
That's freaking sick! Sick! Yes! Yes! Yes!
Okay, so this is my aluminum shifter cover.
It's bent up. It's slightly wider than this one, so it fits over top of it. What I'll do is I'll center this hole over the shifter, and I'll place 1/4 inch studs here, and we'll actually have a system to where we can drop it on, slide it back, and it'll lock in. And we'll have like a little lever here that'll lock it in. That way we don't need any fasteners to take this off, and we'll just have to push it forward and slide it up to get it out. I just cut the excess material off the back here. I added a little slash for style points. That's gonna go on there like so. What I'm gonna do to this plate after is tack it in and then build to the front of the tunnel here, just with sheet metal. We're gonna hand fabricate that. So after that is done, we are going to work on the floors. Josiah has those drawn up, and we're gonna bead roll all the floor structure to get it stronger, because we're using a fairly thin material and we want to keep this car really light. That's the next episode. Also, we are working on the front crash structure. I have those frame cap plates cut out, and then I'm gonna mock them up, weld them up, and then build bash bars for the front. In the next video, we're gonna modify the rear subframe to fit the Bulldog rear end. So yeah, we'll have drivetrain pretty much ready by the next episode. The wagon has been finished for now. It is ready for grid life and our PR events. So that car is beautiful, it's working. Now I can work fully and focus on this car. Since the other Corvette is in Europe, it is full steam ahead on this car. There's a lot of fabrication left on this car, but there's a big secret about this car that is going to be revealed in the next few episodes. We're really excited to share that with you, but you're gonna have to wait and see what that is. Thank you everybody for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Check out Jack's Instagram.